This video is to review menu 13 in your Fastcorp Divvy, Evolution 2, or Evolution vending machine. Menu 13 is related to the health sensor error, the health timer, and this is to explain how to use that menu and what it means and why it should be set the way it is. So you have your door open, you've got your display, and you're at change price, which is generally where you start doing any programming in the machine. We're going to use the star key to scroll through to menu 13. If you find that you go past it, the D button next to the star will bring you back. Once you're at the menu you want to go, and this applies to any of our menus, we're here at 13, health timer, you hit the pound key to enter the menu. The first thing you see is health timer 0 hours. Now you can use the star key to change it to 4, or up to 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now this is something that confuses people. What this means is this is how long the controller will ignore the temperature in the freezer. And the reason you would use this is maybe you just placed your machine, your freezer is cold, it's say 10 degrees, it's full of product, you're ready to go on to your next stop, but the machine's going to go out of service if you leave it at 10 degrees. It's not going to get down below 0 in the next 15 minutes. So what do? You come in here and you set this to your 4 hours. That'll give the freezer plenty of time to get down to temperature, and the board will keep running. But it is a one-time setting. It does not affect anything beyond the 4 hours when they're up. Also, if the machine lost power and comes back on, the 4 hours is eliminated. It goes back to regular operation. So that's what that's for. It's a great feature if you need a little extra time, or if you spent a lot of time maybe cleaning the frost out of your freezer and you know it's going to need a little bit of time. Your product's okay, but you need more time to get cold. So I'm going to just leave this at 0. 0 hours is just standard operation setting. I'm going to hit the pound key to go to the next section in this menu, and this is where it says display Fahrenheit. If you're outside the United States, you may have this set to centigrade, and you use the star key to switch back and forth. Those are your two options here. It's simply one or the other. So when you review the temperature of the machine, it's in the scale that you're accustomed to. The next section has a number of choices. On the latest firmware in the newer machine, you'll see that we have quite a few choices here. Frozen food, star key will change the setting. NAMA refrigerated, MMM mode, NAMA ice cream, chilled, super cold, back to frozen food. And one of the misconceptions here is that changing the setting will change the temperature in your freezer. It will not. Your freezer will run as long as the machine is plugged in and has power, even if the controller section of the machine has been powered down. This setting only affects the temperature where the health timer or the health sensor will go active. So in other words, if you have one of the cryogenically frozen products that needs to be 40 below 0, you might want this to go active at -25 because you're getting too warm for the product. It's not unsafe, but the product is compromised, what the customer is expecting the product to be like. Whereas maybe you want to vend candy in a hot environment, so you're going to use the freezer to keep it just chilled so the candy is intact. So maybe that one is going to go active if it goes over 40 or 50 degrees. The exact temperatures are outlined in your manual. You can review them there, but that's what this setting is for. It is to set the threshold where the machine will put itself out of service, and it depends on the product you're vending, but the setting doesn't change the freezer temperature. That's only adjusted by the manual or digital thermostat on your freezer, depending on the options that you selected when you purchased the machine.